to my channel. And well, she is dry and ready to go. So I thought, let's do a little flip through. So I did put the beads on there. I didn't do anything on this end, and I may yet, I don't know. So what I did to do the closure on this, and I know I did that by myself, not with you guys. I just put a whole eyelet and ran this through. This way, this can be changed out at any time if somebody doesn't want to use that. And I did that on both sides. Made it long enough so I could wrap it around, tie it up at the top. But it could also be tied this way, however somebody wants to do. So if you remember, we took and we put these two together like this, but we made a pocket. And that's because, and I forgot all about it until I was closing it up. I went, oh yeah, my pocket there. So I had these hanging out for I had them for a long time. And so I thought, well, I'll just put these in there to show that there is something that can go inside there. Just like so. So let's have a look and see what we did here. I'm going to put both flaps up here and get this stuff out of the way. So I didn't do much to this because this is such a beautiful page and I just didn't want to cover it up. I just put one of the tags on there. And then in here I did a pocket. And I just didn't take back that one. Oh well. It's okay. It's okay. And this again is my papers from my friend that does these papers for me. She's a sweetheart. She does these all the time for me. I love that. And so here I used one of the postcards and I just made a little pocket in here. And then in here is another little pocket just for some tags. Those can, you write on those whatever you so desire. You can give it as a gift. Maybe you've got a gift that you need a tag for. You can do that too. And then this here, again, it was just such a pretty tag. I didn't want to do anything with it. And then here, I'm just going to move this over just a tad. This here is, again, just one of those postcards, and it's just so pretty. And this is pieces from the one page, and I took the butterfly off and this and just round the corners. If you just take your scraps and you just round the corners, ink it up a little bit, it looks like it was meant to be, not just a piece of paper thrown in there. It's just a really quick, simple thing to do. And then again, this is a page that I actually repaired. Didn't want it to break, rip. Okay, so this one here is another one of those ones where I took one of my scraps and the cute little buttons. Those buttons are so cute. And I just made a little pocket on here. And with this one here, it's just one of those cards. One of those beautiful pink roses. Oh, I love those. And then this here was just one of those, I think you're supposed to put, I don't know. You should cut this out and put something in there. But I decided to just cover it and then make a little pocket thingy out of it to hold these tickets. It'll just fit in there. And then this here is that cute little jar. And then another tag. And then this here is, again, just a piece from that collage paper. I just love this one, so I just use that as a journaling card. And then this one here is, again, just some scraps. Oh, these aren't scraps. These are part of the kit, but this is from that page again, just taking and cutting a little piece off of there. Piece that I didn't use. And then on this side, this envelope here, I have this that I just made out of a little music page. And this here was, this was some of the the fussy cut page, and I just, you know, I thought that's just going to make a really neat little writing spot. There we go. And then this here is the washi tape, and I made a pocket out of it. And then I just put that guy in there, and again, just some scraps. Just took it, and you round those corners off, and it looks like they belong. And then another. So in here, I just put a bunch of things, because this being an envelope, it holds a lot. That's all I have in there. So this is again from the Fussy Cuts, and I just decided, you know what, this makes a very pretty card. Nice place to do some journaling. Put it in there, make it pretty. And then the postcard. And then what do we have here? What else do we have? This was just a piece of the paper tube. It has a little butterfly on there that I hadn't used yet. So I just thought, well, we'll just put that in there too. Oh, we can put that down in here. Yes, we can, because I know it fits. But I got it out of there. There. Like that. And then just another one of the little pieces of ephemera that came with the kits. Oh, that's why I was trying to stick it in there. And again, just another scrap piece. Tuck it in there like it's just meant to be. And how come you don't go in there now? Maybe you go, oh, you probably were in here like that. There we go. Okay, so then let's close this and let's flip her over so we can see what's going on the other side. Now this is that beautiful page. I just love it so much. I was really sad that I had to cut those flowers off there, but I did work them in eventually into another place. So here I took the tag and I just cut the piece off where the hole is in there and made a pocket out of it. And it was just so pretty on its own. I didn't think it needed anything more. Just the postcards again. And some more of that really, look at that paper just matches perfectly. And then this one here, I glued this jar in and just made it so it kind of gave a little bit of layer to our pocket here. And again, I finished them all up. And then this tag, I think this one here I showed you before. I love that. And then this side here, just another, this is one we did together. So it's just another pocket here with some of the ephemera left over that I hadn't used yet. And then two of the tags. Put those straight in there. Some of that paper. And then this one here is, I did the double pocket on this one. We have those beautiful roses. So there's just some tags in here. And then this jar in here. And then I didn't have anything to go in this pocket, so I made a tag. And this is just a piece that I had left over from the collage page. And a few of the items. Oh, the kitties the kids are having fun. Somebody's out there going for a walk, I'm sure. That's usually what happens. The kids are out there playing. It's nice and warm today. Snow is melting, which I'm sure we'll pay for later. So this is another one of those little pockets that I made out of the pages. the music page and just put a little, this is glued in there. I could have made these a tuck, but I didn't. And then just some more of these guys. Tuck in there. And then this is the one where we just used that beautiful page and just left it as is, made it fit. So we have our bottles and whatnot. I love that page. And then this here is just a bunch of scraps that I took and cut down. So this here is what was left of that page. I didn't do much of anything with it. I just rounded the corners and inked it up a bit. I didn't even ink it up a lot. And you know, I just want to make sure that it's in there fully so that your lid goes down. And these are just some of the leftover tags. I thought they'd make nice little, you need to write a quick note of something, a reminder. Nice to do that. And then we have this. Again, this is cut off from here. Round those corners off, and it looks like it's a piece that we need to keep. And then this guy here is another one of those pieces, which I didn't round the corner off on that one. And then this is those purple flowers that come up from here. I love those. Just love that one. So I'm going to put that like this. And then this one here is from right about here, I think. Somewhere in there. Somewhere in there. I think it belongs to this one. Up here, maybe. And we'll just put this in behind here. So little fun little treasures in there. There we go. So there she is. And I don't really have it. I called it a Flippy envelope. I called it the Flippy envelope journal just because, you know, you flip it around and whatnot. And then, oh, put that string in there. I don't need that in there. So there we go. There is my little journal that I made with the collaboration papers. I'll just take it. I love this stuff. It's actually a table runner or something. I don't remember what they called it, but I like the feel of it. So there we go. There she is in all her little glory. All right. Well, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you if you join me into each one of these. This is part 3, right? Yes. Yes, part 3. No, this would be 4. This is the reveal. We did part 3 already, didn't we? Yeah, I got ahead of myself. If you've missed them, I'm going to make a little playlist and I'll post that in here so that you can catch up on them all and see how this little gem was done. So take care now. Bye-bye.